All right, Lakers Nation. With the main wave of free agency over, the front office is now looking at the trade market to make its next big splash. And a new, fascinating proposal has emerged that could bring an elite defensive talent to Los Angeles. Sports Illustrated has cooked up a complex, three-team trade proposal that would see the Lakers acquire a former top 10 pick with massive defensive potential. The three-team trade proposal. Here's how the deal, involving the Lakers, the Atlanta Hawks, and the Orlando Magic, would break down. Lakers receive center/forward Jonathan Isaac from Orlando. Orlando Magic receive guard Gabe Vincent from LEL, guard Dalton Connect from LEL, multiple draft picks from Atlanta. Atlanta Hawks receive forward Caleb Houston from Orlando. Essentially, the Hawks act as a facilitator, sending draft capital to the Magic to help the Lakers land their target. The upside, why the Lakers would do this. On paper, Jonathan Isaac is a defensive dream. He is exactly the kind of player who could thrive alongside the Lakers stars. Defensive versatility. At his best, Isaac is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He's a 6 feet 10 inches forward with the speed and agility to guard players on perimeter and the length to be an elite rim protector. A perfect fit. Imagine a defensive lineup featuring Isaac and DeAndre Ayton. It would be a nightmare for opposing offenses. Isaac could handle the toughest wing assignment, allowing LeBron to conserve energy, while also providing elite help defense at the rim. But here's the massive risk. This trade is the definition of a high-risk, high-reward gamble. Jonathan Isaac comes with significant red flags. The injury history. This is the biggest concern. Isaac has struggled with major injuries throughout his career, including missing 2 full seasons from 2020 to 2022. He has not played a full, healthy season in years. The offensive struggles. Last season, Isaac was often unplayable on offense. He shot a career-low 25.8% from three-point range. For a Lakers team that needs spacing around Luka Doncic and LeBron James, that is a major problem. The contract. This isn't a cheap flyer. The Lakers will be taking on Isaac's hefty contract, which is a 4-year, $59 million deal. That's a huge financial commitment for a player with so much uncertainty. The X factor, a motivated player. There's a fascinating twist to this story. Isaac himself has admitted that his struggles last season were partly his own fault. He told reporters he regretted his decision to bulk up by 30 pounds last offseason, saying it hurt his game. "I regret that decision, but it is what it is," Isaac said in May. "I'm taking it into the summer to just focus on my game, focus on really getting in shape, slimming down, and getting back to where I was before." This self-awareness could be a sign of hope. The Lakers will be betting that a slimmed-down, motivated Isaac can return to the elite defensive form he showed earlier in his career. The verdict: this is a true boom or bust move. If it works, the Lakers get a DPOY caliber player for a relatively low trade cost, solidifying their defense for a title run. If it fails, they are stuck with a $59 million contract for an injured or unplayable player, crippling their flexibility. Questions for fans. Is a potential reward of an elite Jonathan Isaac worth the massive injury and financial risk? Do you believe Isaac can get back to his old form? Is this the right kind of gamble for a win-now Lakers team? Let us know what you think in the comments. Multiple teams have reached out to the Lakers about trading LeBron James. Following a peculiar statement made by Rich Paul, several teams have contacted the Lakers about LeBron James. LeBron James has spent the last several years of his career with the Los Angeles Lakers. He moved to Los Angeles after his second stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Many expected him to spend the final years of his career with the Lakers, especially since the team decided to select his son in the second round of the NBA draft a year ago. Rich Paul released an interesting statement regarding James's future. LeBron knows the Lakers are building for the future, and he also wants to compete for championships. Paul said, "We understand the difficulty of winning now while preparing for the future. We want to evaluate what's best for LeBron at this stage of his life and career. He wants to enjoy every season he has left, and the Lakers understand that, are supportive, and want what's best for him. We are very grateful for the partnership we've had for 8 years with Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, and consider the Lakers a crucial part of his career. because of that statement. Several teams have reached out to Lakers inquiring about his availability for a trade. There have been some inquiries from leery teams. Sources said, just to gauge whether this was something or nothing, wrote ESPN insiders Tim Bontemps and Brian Windhorst. For now, there is no action, but it is certainly being monitored. It appears the Lakers will not be trading him because James is not actually interested in leaving Los Angeles. James is still one of the best players in the NBA. Even at 40 years old, he will still be a valuable commodity if he is ever put on the trade market. James has a no-trade clause, so he would only be moved if he wanted to move on from the city. He wants to win another championship before he retires, which could be coming soon. At his age, he only has a few more good years of basketball left in him. He would love to do that in Los Angeles, but he also wants to make sure they have a good enough team to compete for a title. The Lakers were the third seed in the Western Conference this season after winning over 50 games. They hope to be even better with Doncic for a full year. If James were to be traded, it would likely be to one of the teams with a real shot at winning the title. New York, Golden State, and Boston would be the top candidates. Last season, James averaged 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 8.2 assists per game. He shot 51.3% from the field and 37.6% from three-point range.